blood.
I actually, by the way, did one thing in between the streams. Cause do you remember the quest about Dribbles the Clown? And I was like, it just can't be that we found just like, I think 3 pieces of him. Yeah, 3. And I just wandered around the city and had a look for quite at like every place I already visited. So I didn't do anything ahead, of course. That would be quite boring. But I actually found 2 places where we can find more pieces of him. And I would say we'll just go for them. Just places I kind of skipped. So one is here with a murder target. Of course, there is a secret cellar. And at least by streaming, I didn't see that one. But I just took the time to just walk around all the houses again. See if I don't know, maybe skipped something. And yeah, I actually did. Here. You remember it? That was the house which was barricaded and also had one of the very clearly framed absolutist murders. And like some marks by Orin.
The city is full of criminals.
Come, my friends.
Fine. We'll just stand here until you remember the way.
Yeah, tier 3. And the thing, it is quite tricky, I gotta say. Cause I mean, do you see it? Here, just below the chest is a hatch. I definitely didn't see it the first time.
Spell for this sort of thing.
For whatever reason I'm controlling Gale.
So that's progress.
I was just confused that I don't have advantage. Here we go. So, more absolutist symbols.
What path lies before me? That corpse is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And is that a burning heart?
Why is it so big? Courageous little Kemmerbath. Yagashura II. Another note by Orin. The effigy of Yagashura, who burned his mortality, would use his heart. He thought himself a titan, but died whispering for his mother. Below is an exaggerated signature, written in blood. Orin the Rat. There we have the clown's severed arm. Here, Gale.
I always knew clowns were armless.
Oh gosh. What a bad joke. I love it. Why am I still laughing? And even a third victim here. They even have different last names. But why is this guy still enlarged? I mean, if it was a spell, it should wear off at some point, right? An offer. Dear Mr. BG3, lovely corner you winnowed for yourself, man of your means. I like your house, Frank BG3. Yet, as the pauper said to the priest when he espied the cathedral's interior, it could be improved, sir. That is what I am writing to you about. You see, I have an offer for you, Frank. I have in my possession a tremendous quantity of infernal iron. Its acquisition is immaterial. What matters is, I shall need assistance distributing the weapons forged from this exquisite iron to the city's, let's call it, the more colorful dimension. I find you uniquely qualified for this endeavor, owing to your diverse, eclectic and puissant contacts throughout Baldur's Gate. Add me to those contacts, Frank. It'll work out for you. Mutual benefit, and all that. I'll be in touch. Think on it. Yours in faith, Enver Gortash. I wonder what's up with this heart. It is just a heart. Can I take it? It's still burning. And I just have a heart in my inventory. Weird. And I wonder what they helped Gortash with. Final contracts and bargains, we know that one. The Hell's Unleashed. Here we can find something out about it. Oh no, the Hell's Unleashed we also read in Hell6. Devil's Bargain. It's just about the different hells and the rulers. An Archduke leadership surveillance, I think we also know. Oh. An Archduke leadership surveillance. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke voluntary campaign. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be surveillance, to ensure that disloyal elements do not threaten Baldur's Gate and its people from within. No policy can be more important. Well, complete control. Absolute control. A Guide to Avernus. One hellish holiday. Guide to Avernus. This book provides an overview of Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells, for the discerning interplanar traveler. The sections on geography and inhabitants repeat much of the known lore about the Blood Wars, battlefield combatants. The section detailing the politics of the planes is strung with asterisks, qualifiers, and addendums, charting the ever-shifting chain of command beneath Archduke Zariel, as her many commanders rise meteorically in and fall equally from her favor. The Watch and the Steel Watch. Ooh, that might be interesting. Also, it's a different image for the book, isn't it, compared to usually? This book is redolent with the enticing smell of paper and ink. Oh, and a long one. Famously, or perhaps notoriously, the mercenary force known as the Flaming Fist handles Baldur's Gate law enforcement duties in the lower city and outer city, including Worm's Crossing. But what about the exclusive upper city, home to the wealthy and powerful? There, orders kept by a highly disciplined force simply called the Watch. Though derided by the Fists as mere toy soldier bodyguards to the city patriars, spit and Polish phonies who won't get their hands dirty fighting real crime, the truth is quite different, as you'll find in short order if you break the law in the upper city. The Watch are well trained and authorized to use lethal force if patriars are threatened. Which brings us to the Steel Watch, those new clanking automatons that share their name with the guardians of the upper city, but to date have only been deployed in support of the Flaming Fist. Their creator, Lord Gortash, has stated that his watchers are intended to help protect all of Baldur's Gate. But it seems the Marshal of the Watch Citadel is skeptical and waiting for proof before admitting them to a role in the upper city. But they didn't make it that far, but I think once he is Archduke, well, which he basically is already, that will change.
Why don't we just retrace our steps?
Okay.
Do you remember which way we came?
I think the bloodstained parchment was just like an overview of the victims, right? Yes. Alright. There's actually one other body part I found, but it's back on the first map, so back in Rivington. So yeah. And I actually just like completely overlooked that. But I think it was not that easy to find, or I'm just blind. On the other hand, so far no one in the chat said anything about you missed something there or in the YouTube comments, so I think it's just well hidden.
How much farther can I go?
That track is so nice.
Enough to clean Crimson's cage.
There's so many different vibes and emotions to it. Really fitting, I think, for the beginning of Baldur's Gate. Like the city. Oh, the track ends. Tomoya-chan, there's just so much I think is easy to miss. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Popper. Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't ever think about it, but if you press like the highlight objects button here, Clown's severed hand. Which leads to a very specific question. Why does Popper have part of the clown?
Trito! Trito!
Yeah, he's awesome. But even though he's awesome,
Papa
Don't mind if I do.
SETI.
We have to steal it, so let's quick save.
Sells good things.
Softer than a whisper. Oh, my hand slipped.
Ah, damn it, I'm encumbered. Run. Or not. Run as fast as you can. Walks slowly. Let's give it to Gale.
Not around. So
He's just not encumbered.
Looking
And
ahead.
let's see if that's maybe it. It doesn't look like that. Based on how Dribbles has been cut up, it looks like we've found about half of his corpse. Wow. Okay, so 3 is half of it, and we found 2 more. No, we found 4, that's half of it. And 2 more, so we're still lacking 2 body parts.
Never a dull moment.
That's so much, and those body parts are just so heavy. Oh well. Encumbered by a hand. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the lower city. Yeah. Whole loading screen once again. Oh well. But yeah, I think the next location I want to go to could already be the counting house. Or maybe I will just have a look at the other murder. Well, I'm kind of expecting the victim to be already murdered. But let's see. So maybe let's go here. And after that, take along Jahira and go here to the counting house. So let's try to not get lost. Ooh. Ooh. Armor traders. Let's have a look.
You in need of protection, friend? Huh. What am I saying? Everyone's in need of protection. Don't be shy. This armor can't keep you alive if it's sitting here with me.
Let me take a look at what you have. It sounds like low-key flirty, the whole dialogue. Armor of agility. Full dex modifier to your armor class, and don't have disadvantage on stealth ability checks. I think at least of our current party no one is wearing medium armor, so yeah. Is that that? Leather armor +2, hide armor. The leather armor might be nice for Astarion at some point. Let's try to keep that in mind, okay?
City's got a dangerous air to it these days. Only makes sense to take self-preservation measures.
And yes, the Gale hair. Do you have anything interesting? It's the firecracker.
Need something for defense? Or maybe offense? Either way, I've got what you need.
The best defense is a good offense, right? Let me see what you have to offer. The Dead Shot. I like the name. Improve critical, keen attack. Ooh, that's nice. Is that a longbow? It is. I would give it to Lae'zel, I think. Might be nice. Also maybe the arrows of dragon slaying. You never know. I don't think we ever encountered a dragon so far, but if we do, we are prepared. That's gotta do. Maybe let's sell some of our things here. I think Armor of Persistence is nicer than that. Yeah, if you wonder, by the way, I actually unequipped the Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength again, because she already has Strength 20, so they're not that good. And she has the Legacy of Masters, which is a +2 to attack and damage, so it's basically like 24 Strength, and that's nicer. She can't even pay us completely for the Reaper's Embrace. Ah, come on.
My weapons won't be beat. Tell your friends. Hell, tell your enemies if you like.
Why would I recommend good armor to my enemies unless it's like shitty armor? Anyway. Yeah, he was the quack.
I'd really spare no expense.
Why is it shaking? Is it the Steel Watcher? Screen shake. So I need to get in here.
See if the new edition's out yet.
I love that I can just go to the mailbox and take things, but opening the door, that's forbidden. Bloodied note. Scrap of bloody paper scrawled in erratic, excitable hands. You've been picking where you shouldn't, BG3. Placing the lordling's fire spitters throughout my city. Disgusting. They leave no blood, there's no art to it all, just burnt ash and corpse cinder. I walk through your basement here as I pen this. It's rather large. Roomy. They'd never find all the bits of you if I spread them out here properly. It's not even sidebar, Orin. Municipal sanitation notice. The Department of Drains and Underways is aware of the issue of the penetrating stench emanating from the round street hatches that provide access to the city sewers. Ah, we already read that one. I mean, BG3, weren't they here too? Yeah, Frank BG3. Are they related? Let's have a look if there's like another entrance. There is, but it will be quite hard to get in here. Oh nice, those are all just mindless people. So let's quick save. And let's just break open the door.
I don't need any attention right now. No.
Ah, there's someone.
Careful! People don't bloody
And
look
who's
where
like
they're
seeing through the wall?
Folk these days have no
Do you see that? Who is that?
Gods, what a mess.
Yikes.
Something over there.
Ah, and there's another hatch. Right, okay. I was kind of thinking it was like part of the murder victim, but it's just sausages. Well, after seeing so much blood and human corpse part, still enjoying meat. Urban exploration, the Undercity. Intrepid hobbyists who pursue the urban exploration of Baldur's Gate will find no greater challenge than that offered by discovering the dark realm beneath the city street. Everyone knows, of course, that the city sanitation needs are served by extensive sewer tunnels through which water flows, carrying waste downhill into Grey Harbor. Once you find your way into these sewers through one of the rounder street access hatches, you will enter a noisome but intriguing domain, haunted mainly by the half-civilized kobold tribe that maintains the pipes and culverts. Can we meet more kobolds? And somewhere hidden in its far corners, the sewers are set to connect to the long-forgotten tunnels of the truly haunted Undercity ruins. It's thrilling to think about exploring that dangerous region, but for liability reasons, this author cannot recommend it. Boring. Already went there. Oh, there's a rat. And it has a name. Rat. Ah, stay here, rat.
Gods, what a mess.
I was like, where did it go? Retin Sasaska.
Hello. Ooh, are you the new
Polite.
cheese dropper? I do hope so. I'm almost down to the last crumbs.
What a polite little rat. The may ask what happened to your last cheese dropper.
Alexander was his name. He dropped all manner of morsels, but the cheeses were the best. Until the red man visited.
The dwarf. You're a very bendy rat. This red man. Tell me more about him.
A dwarf, all dressed in red. He smiled and held Alexander closer, and then Alexander was shouting and struggling, and soon he was all dressed in red as well.
Yikes.
So many red morsels fell out of Alexander. They tasted like salt and rust.
Yuck.
Very good. Even better than cheese.
Ew. Do you realize you ate Alexander's innards?
Yes. Tasty. He didn't eat them anymore. Go away now. Your delicious scent makes
I
me crave your
can't
morsels. But it would be
argue with
rude to
that.
bite you.
Okay, you're both very polite and very creepy, my red. Cheese record. What? Successful cheeses. Red, white, yellow, sharp, mellow. Unsuccessful cheeses. Smoked, blue, waxed. He prefers his cheeses crumbled to little pieces. Did the guy experiment which cheeses the red ate? Well, I guess everyone needs a hobby. I prefer video games. Hey, after a long time, speak of death.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Poor guy. I mean, there are many ways to go, which are like probably full of pain and everything, but like killed by Orin or by a ballast. Yikes. On the other hand, I don't think we actually need any information, so what was your job?
Dogs. Ombudsman.
Okay, thanks. I was just like, is that just a word I don't know? What in the hell is an ombudsman? Did you know that? Is that something? What in the hell is an ombudsman?
Sorts. Problems. Check. Everything.
It's very ominous, still. What were you doing when you died?
Investigating odd records.
That's actually interesting. What odd records?
Tombstone. Shop. No owner.
With the door to the murder council.
Now.
Why were you killed?
The corpse remains silent.
Yeah.
It does not know.
Probably for uncovering that.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
The music is way too happy. Rotten Duran cheese wedge. Dozens of minuscule worms cover the surface of this cheese wedge. Yike. Yeah. How long is he dead already? If there's like completely molded cheese. There's a note called Tonight. Mates, we're worried about you. You've gotten too deep into this conspiracy nonsense, and honestly, it's making you dull. You're coming out for drinks tonight. The Singing Loot at sundown. You'll be better there, or we're going to have to come and get you, and there's no guarantee we'll be sober. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy in life, poor guy in death. Hopefully, not poor guy in afterlife. Let's just leave. Now, I think here's the Blushing Mermaid, so let's go down here. Ah, no, there's a hatch. Let's not forget about that.